and welcome to Agenda, coming to you today from Bengaluru. And as you can see, I'm emerging from the garbage. We're at a solid waste management plant run by the BBMP in Jayanagar, and an ideal place to be because this is one way the city is attempting to tackle some of its big issues. Bengaluru, once a garden city, became the IT capital, a pensioners' paradise that is now startup town. But this growth has seen a lot of growing pains too. The city is tackling many issues: garbage, dirty lakes, traffic, bad roads. It's been a bad time for the city in many ways, making it to social media, making it to international headlines. Let's just take a look at some of the issues that people of the city are worried about. Bengaluru, a garden city that turned into the country's IT capital. A pensioners' paradise that is now startup town. And the mind-numbing speed of the growth of the city has brought several growing pains. The traffic. Commuting in Bengaluru can take the spirit out of you. But with 54 lakh vehicles on the road and more than 1,000 being registered every single day, this is no surprise.
I work for a startup. Nobody wants to travel this distance. Even today morning, at least 15 of our employees took more than 45 minutes to travel a kilometer or 2 kilometers. And it loses productivity. We lose productivity, we lose time, patience, everything.
The road conditions slow things down further as road users negotiate potholes.
So look at the
state of the roads right now before elections. I wonder what is going to happen after.
Garbage. The city hit international headlines in the recent past when the 4,000 tons of daily garbage the city produces was not being cleared. Waste management plants are coming up, but the feeling is that it's just a question of buying time and much more needs to be done for long-term solutions. Polluted lakes. Other images of the city that went viral? The dirty lakes frothy with pollution, and even flames emerging from the foam. The hope of the citizens is that the corporators being voted in on Saturday will take their job seriously, and that this once beautiful city can regain its former charm. Maya Sharma in Bengaluru for NDTV. And joining us amidst all this waste, the treasure of Bengaluru, it's people. We have actors, we have activists, we have people from citizens group, people volunteering to work with solid waste management, and the people on the ground cleaning it all up. It's going to be a discussion on what is going wrong with the city and what needs to be done to set it right. First, thank you, Mr. C.K. Chandra, for joining us. Extremely popular actor in film, theatre and television. And your comedic sense is very well known. You're a very popular comedian as well. Yes. But right now, Bengaluru, no laughing matter.
Yeah, Bengaluru is no more a laughing matter because of the traffic, garbage, and basic infrastructure is becoming a big problem here.
Okay, and this was once such a beautiful city.
It is still a beautiful city except for these problems.
Okay, we can still hope for that. For you, the biggest issue that you face as a Bangalorean?
See, actually, we always used to say that Bangalore is a garden city. Now it has become a garbage city, in fact. So that's one thing. And the second thing is the traffic congestion in Bangalore, which is very painful for us, all of us.
Garbage and traffic.
Yeah, the biggest issue which I would like to mention is High Court has been very categorical and clear that you remove the garbage inside BBMP rather than the outside one. So governance is the critical issue which I am seeing in BBMP.
The garbage inside BBMP.
You remove the garbage inside BBMP rather than the outside one.
All right, strong words there.
See, Bangalore, we have multiple problems in Bangalore. Bipasa, you can say. Bijli, Pani or Sadak is a major issue in Bangalore.
Not as pretty as Bipasha.
It is not as pretty as Bipasha. This is Bipasa. And other than that, you have, see, Bangalore, Brihat Bangalore Mahanagara Palikates. Brihat Bengaluru Mahanagara Brashtachara Pradhikara, you can say. This is how you need the cleansing to happen within the corporation, as he said, because most of the corporators, the moment they become corporator, the first thing they do, as I have seen, is they buy a truck so that they will be in charge of their area transportation of the garbage. That itself is a big mafia, because per truck, if they get some 300, they will show 10 trips it's done. But actually on record it will be
tragic.
3
The biggest
trips
issue
only.
for you?
I think it's garbage and garbage.
Garbage and garbage.
Yes, garbage,
Yeah, first of all, KMC Act has to be implemented on the ground. Looks like it's on the paper now. So segregation at source is a must.
Is your biggest issue. Your biggest
For me, inclusive, it has to be an inclusive city. Today, housing is a problem for poor, food is problem for poor, and easy healthcare. Those three.
So many people have talked about the garbage. I am not going to talk about the garbage. The main this thing is the garbage mafia is there. So many people have called, and for contesting the election for the BBMP, without the money and influence, nobody can contest the election.
Corruption.
Yes, corruption.
The mission of wet waste management, it was closed. Then we have taken up this operation of this plant without asking any money from the corporation. We wanted them to supply the waste, convert into compost, sell it to farmers. We want to make it as a model for Bangalore. But even then, out of 1,000 kilo waste should come, we are only getting 40 to 50 kilo waste. I don't know, there is a shortage of wet waste, it looks like in Bangalore.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ?
ನಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಂತರ ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಮನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ನೀರಿರಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ತುಂಬ ಬೆಟರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ.
So for poor people, no power, no water connection in their house. Prakash, for you, just a quick first round of what is the biggest problem in this city, the city which you know and which you love so much? What is the biggest problem here?
Administrative reforms. There's no accountability because we don't know who is really in charge of the city. The BBMP as it exists now has no money. It owes 9,000 crores to various sundry people and it has no real power. So that is the real problem.
So who is calling the shots? Because that is in fact something we discussed. The Chief Minister is telling us it's the BJP, BBMP which is to blame. The BBMP is telling us Karnataka's Congress state government. Everybody's passing the buck.
Precisely because of the way the system is set up, you can pass the buck. But now it seems to me that the Chief Minister is saying that if you vote for us, we'll release funds for the city's development, which means the onus seems to rest on him, as he claims it at least.
He claims it right now, as of this stage. Now, when it comes to the city, we have this election, but you have most people here in Jayanagar, perhaps one of the better administered areas of the cities. But the understanding is that educated middle-class people don't come out to vote. How important is it?
Voting is our birthright. We should come out and vote. But unfortunately, educated people hesitate to vote. If this trend goes away, then probably we will elect the right people. And once the right people come in, then everything will be set right.
Are you going to vote tomorrow?
Of course I am going to vote.
Absolutely. Now, voting, how important is it?
I think voting is very important. Unfortunately, most of them look at it as a day for a holiday. Okay. And I think that's where the major problem takes place. Because once we refuse to vote, we are losing the opportunity of choosing somebody who could actually could be questioned, you know, on what basis are you not doing things or do things the right way. So
now you're with BPAC, the Bengaluru Political Action Committee. Have you been urging people to get out there and vote?
Definitely. See, in Panchayat elections, voting has been made compulsory. And there's a criminal action against people who don't vote. We would want this to happen even in the BBMP election. This time, because it is a Saturday, and most of the software industries are on a weekend, so they will never be in the city. They will go out of the city for a holiday. And I think the voter turnout is going to be around 40%. And that is also low. It is going to be according to...
It's easy to say that the corporators are not doing their job, but many people don't even know who their corporator is.
Exactly. Most of them do not know who their corporator is because the corporator is not visibly available on the ground and there is no local connect with the people over there. And most of the corporators, wherever it has been a reserved constituency for a female, they have fielded their wives who are basically not the horse running, but it's the jockey which is managing the affairs over
Absolutely. That is very much the case. And if you call up a woman candidate, you're often directed to the husband, to the, you know, which is very sad. Now, also another thing which BPAC is doing is you have a training program for young potential candidates. And we met some very bright candidates trained by this B-Clip program itself. Tell us about that. What was the idea behind that?
Yeah. In any profession, if you go to a hotel management or any cleaning profession, there's a basic training is there. Yeah. So they won't employ a person as directly. So they will train. Here is a election where a people representative will govern a ward of 30,000 people and you will get a funds of more than 5 crores, 10 crores, and we don't know whether he is educated, whether he know the basic requirements of his ward. Even they don't know if you say 20 lakhs, how many zeros they don't know, some of the corporators. They don't know which is their ward and what is the geography of that, where is the police station, where is the park, what is the basic of solid waste management. These things they don't know. So keeping this in mind, Bangalore Civic Leadership Incubation Program has been training several youths across Bangalore to make sure that you know your geography, you know your community, you know your neighborhood, you know basics of acts and policies of the Bangalore, so that when you go on ground, you don't find basic issues. So you are a known person as far as handling issues are concerned.
So the responsibility really of corporators to get their act together and to know what is going on. And some young people joining us now. Now, are you registered to vote?
Yes, I have a notice ID.
Okay. Yeah. And are you going to vote?
Yes, I would. This would be my first time, so I'm actually excited about it.
Okay, great. But do these BBMP elections matter to you at all? I mean, what concern is it of yours? I mean, somebody else is running the city, right?
Yes, actually, I do feel it would definitely matter, because since all this lies in the youth's hands, so I suppose we all should definitely go ahead and vote.
Okay. And are you also going to be a first-time voter?
No, this is going to be my second time.
Which was the other election?
For the CM election.
The assembly elections, assembly elections.
Yeah.
And what about you? As a youngster, are you going to go out and vote? Are you also going to vote?
Yeah, sure. I would like to execute my voting rights, because I feel that even though it's just BBMP election, the Bengaluru plays an important role in development.
Okay.
And as you can see, certain things that are done by BBMP, that is their waste segregation management, are really a good ideas they've come up with. It's helped the city also. Maybe that is the reason why Bangalore has also been ranked under 7th or something under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
Okay, so the topmost city according to them.
Yeah.
You are also young. There are many people here. We talk about the good old days, how Bengaluru used to be. You've never seen that Bengaluru. What are the important issues for you at your age in this city?
See, I think first thing they have to consider is the traffic management. There should be some systematic there should be something systematic in the way they manage traffic. First thing is I travel through Silk Board daily, so they have to come up with a plan to tackle
traffic. We've heard that. Yes. What for you is the biggest?
Apart from traffic, I feel cleanliness, hygiene, because apart from us, we have loads of other residents having a nuisance regarding the cleanliness and hygiene in their own areas.
So garbage, the way it's being managed here, we're actually standing amidst garbage. This is dry waste, of course, so we're managing. Okay, what is your issue for you? What do you think?
As you told, the old Bengaluru, it was really beautiful. So if we cast our vote, this time at least we hope to bring back that Bengaluru back. Okay. So the green city, the actual green city, which is not just ranked by some economists or few newspaper articles, but through us, through what we do.
Yes, not just a newspaper ranking, which many people in fact question. Now, the process of election, we've heard people saying you've got independents standing here, independents who are MBAs or teachers or something, but people are saying they have no chance, they don't have the funding that the big parties are putting in. Is this true? Is there no hope for an honest independent?
I think, it is actually a blind side that we have cultivated that makes us not see the reality. See, Arvind Kejriwal was not a known name even just 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Things can change very rapidly. If you can get a viable alternative, I think that will be the end of the big parties. The thing is to construct that viable alternative. I want to say one more thing, Maya. I'm not being cynical at all. See, I'm voicing the opinion of many Bangaloreans when I tell you that people believe that there'll be an election in 10 months. Okay, again, because they're going to say we need to divide the administration of the city and all that. So in that case, actually, it's quite a good thing because we'll have an election now. Within a year, one more election, and then the assembly election, and then to 2019, the Lok Sabha election, and they're going to keep making promises and promises about Bangalore. So it's not the point whether they'll fulfill it or not. But I think this is the golden period for us to keep the pressure up and get what we want for the city.
To keep the pressure on. Well, Prakash Beliwadi, their third personality, insisting that we keep the pressure on. Mr. Chandru, do you agree with that? Do you think that there is hope? I mean, it's easy to be cynical, but do you think these elections will make a difference?
Definitely there is hope. Hope is what pushes us forward, isn't it? Now, if everybody comes out and votes, then it will change. Definitely it will change. So we look forward for the change.
Everybody has to come out and vote. Do you feel that these elections, there is hope in these elections?
People won't vote in Bangalore. Only the slum people and those who are paying the money, they are going to vote. Our Bangalore residents and educated people, they are not going to come out and vote it.
What a sad thing. It's bad enough in Assembly and Lok Sabha. Corporation elections even less.
Yes. Corporation election also, money. Money is going to play the important role in this BBMP. Everybody is shelling down their crores of rupees. Not lakhs, crores. They are shelling down. It is a very bad, madam. I am very fed up with this. I am seeing for last 35 years, I am in this Jayanagar Residents Welfare Association, Bangalore resident. I know what is going to happen next to this thing. Only with because of the money, they will come and they will make money. And again, our brother told, again one more election. They want money. Where they will get? The below middle class, they are not going to stand for the election. I am not going to stand for the election because I don't have any money. I must have at minimum 2 crores. Minimum 2 crores per corporator.
Money talking, cynicism here over the election, that it's money which is going to talk. Some optimism, but let's get back after a very short break to continue listening to what these Bengaloreans think about the BBMP elections on Saturday.